Let's look at the composition of functions. All composing functions is stating that it's a function of a function, right? So it says find the composition of two functions, and we can talk about the domain. When you have, the best example I've always used is you work and you get a paycheck, and your paycheck is a function of however they pay you. Say they pay you hourly. Well, say you take that part of that paycheck and you put it in a savings account that earns interest. So one function would be the function of you earning the money, and then the second function would be you putting it in the savings account and earning interest. And that's all it is they're just composed together. A lot of times students call this FOG, but it's F is composed of G. I like this format a little better, F of G of X. Notice here with the domain says where X is in the domain of G and G of X. So all of this here is in the domain of F. So to see one of these in actions, let's say that we have this first function, 2x minus 5, and we have the second function, x squared minus 3x plus 8, and we're asked to find f of g of x. So again, as you see, I write it here, then inside where I see g of x, I plug in what g of x equals. Then this gets plugged in for x into the f of x. And so you just simply do all the algebra to work it all out, and then we can look and see g composed of f. So g of f of x gets plugged in here. Where I see an x, I'm going to plug in 2x minus 5, and I work this all the way out. And so this is something, once again, that is used if you move on to calculus, that we're looking at composing functions. And again, it's more or less that we're looking at a function of a function. So you will see this later in your math career if you continue on with classes. Now we can also decompose a function, meaning let's figure out what two functions created this. And what you tend to do is you say, well, it's something to a power. So I could let this equal x, so x to the fifth, and then the inside is what we talk about, the composition, the g of x, could be the 2x minus 3, so that could be put inside. And then we could go through and we could see, does it work? If I do f of g of x, 2x minus 3, where I see x, I plug in 2x minus 3, and it does work.